You are listening to Rocket Shop Radio Hour here at Big Heavy World. I'm your host, Abby BK, and with us in the studio today, we have Wojcicki. How are you doing? Did I do that pronunciation all right?
That was great.
I've been practicing, preparing for this episode. How are you all doing?
Good. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, welcome to the
right.
studio. And just to kind of kick things off, I always like to just have our listeners know who's playing tonight and what instruments. So, do you mind just going around maybe in a circle and introducing yourself and the instrument you'll be playing today?
Hi, I'm Ree Shepard. I'm on bass.
Sweet.
My name is Phil Benenson. I'm playing drums.
My name is Bethany Yakel, and I am playing lap steel and Telecaster.
I'm Matt Sheriff. I play guitar, sing.
Sweet. Well, we always like to kick things off as well with a song. So, what have you got for us?
This is a song from our new album. The song is called Hearts of Sand. Let
Wojcicki, Hearts of Sand. Uh, awesome. Well, thanks for kicking things off with that song. So you're all from Brattleboro. I know we shared off air that there's one member who has since moved. But tell us a little bit more about how you all met and what's your band origin story?
Bethany and I have been playing together for almost 25 years. I accompany her when she's doing her music. She's played my music for many years as well, and so we were just been in and around the Rattleboro scene, and I've also played quite a bit with Phil over the years on different projects. Our newest member, Ree, joined us this year, and she's also been playing around Brattleboro for a long time. So we all knew each other in some form or another.
Yeah, that's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about the music scene down in Brattleboro. Where do you like to gig? Like, what are the best places, best experiences?
So there's like a larger venue, the Stone Church, which is hosts a lot of touring bands. We played there 3 times, 4 times in the last couple of years. And there are a couple of smaller venues that have recently opened, including Marigold Theater and Midnight's, which was a storied bar called
It was the Mole's Eye. It's the old Mole's Eye.
which is from the way back.
Yeah, nice.
Reopened as Midnight's, and it's got a music room. And there's a couple of like just sort of home based or collective based rooms where people play.
Yeah, love it. I always love hearing about venues in different towns. I feel like, at least for those of us in Chittenden County, we're very Chittenden County centric and we forget what else is out there, and there's a lot. So tell me like a little bit more about your musical background, Matt. So how long have you been playing and writing music?
Well, yeah, I started as a teenager playing music in New York City. Mostly I was a bass player, and I was mostly playing, other people's music. As a accompanist, and have been writing music since the '80s.
Yeah.
And performing it. This project started as just wanting to record some of my songs. Got Phil and Bethany to help me do my first record, which was 10 years ago, and have been playing it on and off since then.
Yeah. So what is your writing process? Like, tell us a little bit more about your mind and how writing works for you.
I play. I mostly come up with music just by coming up with interesting arrangements first, and then hearing how it works with a melody, and then filling in lyrics afterwards. I've done some co-writes with Bethany on our first 2 albums.
Yeah.
Where we would work on lyrics together, and arrangements, and really, I enjoy having all the members of the band contribute ideas and parts. I really like the back and forth.
Yeah, that was kind of my follow-up question. Like, tell us more about that process. So, do you bring like a mostly finished song to the group? Do you have any ideas of the other instrumentation, or do you let your bandmates fill in the blanks?
I really try and see what people bring to the table, because it's always a pleasant surprise to hear something I wouldn't have thought of.
Totally. Yeah. And so are these songs that you're playing tonight that are on your newest project, are they just written by you, the lyrics? Or were they co-written? Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
No, correction. We're going to do one song from our first album.
Okay.
Which was a co-write with me and Bethany.
Gotcha. And I guess, do any of the other bandmates have any like commentary on what it's like to collab? Like, are there any songs that you're playing tonight that you feel you really like your parts for, or anything that comes to mind?
I think the process sort of evolved a little bit. The first album, basically Duke, Matt, I call him Duke, had recorded quite a bit of stuff. There was click tracks, and I sort of came in, or these guys both, Bethany and Duke, both recorded, and I came in sort of after the fact, or Bethany came in on a couple of songs after, like I had recorded the drums, after Duke had recorded the guitar and vocals, and this album's a little bit different because I think this one sort of started off more him and I working on stuff, and then Bethany coming in with her ideas afterwards, so it sort of has like each part, each album sort of like ebbs and flows and does
Gotcha.
its own thing.
Yeah. Layers, perhaps.
Yeah.
We were
Nice.
able to record this last album all together in a room. But the first album was a homemade affair where I just kind of like, where can I record the next track, and
Yeah.
where can I fit a drum set, and where can I?
We all know the struggle for musicians. So where did you record this most recent one?
We recorded at Guilford Sound, which is in Guilford, just down
Yep.
the road from Brattleboro. It is known mostly now for recording the Pixies and Noah Kahan.
Okay. Wow.
It's a really, really nice space to be in.
Totally. And what is that process like, like being in person together? How do you feel like that impacts your sound in recording rather than virtually figuring things out?
It's really helpful to be able to listen and feel the actual creation of music, and to be able to get the intensity off of other people, have that musical communication.
Yeah, entirely different vibe when everyone is standing there and playing the same song at the same time. When you record in layers, it can be a little stiffer.
Right.
Like, if everybody's standing there looking at each other and you count off and you all play together, then it's makes it a little more connected, I feel like, anyway.
Yeah. You're in the musical flow together.
Yeah, I agree. There's so much a different energy when you have a live recording. Something about that energy transfer.
Totally. And then just in terms of rehearsing, like how often are you all getting together and where do you typically rehearse?
So we play pretty regularly when we have shows coming up.
Yeah.
But we rehearse at least once a week.
Nice.
And it's at Bell's Studio in Turners Falls, Massachusetts, at an old factory.
Oh, sweet. That's nice that you have a studio space. Awesome. Well, we'd love to hear your second song of the evening. So what is next?
There's a song from the new record as well. It's called New Blood Moon, which is sort of a made-up term, but a blood moon is sort of is often described to making changes, big changes, time of change, upheaval. stick around for laying down your arms. A coat of axle grace to seal. A wrap and tape to keep up, down, and worms. Lay a stone memorial. Gotta rip the bandit off. Gotta man up fast. Got to see that moving through. Gotta rip the bandit off. Always making less. Hope to see you all real good. It's a new blood moon. Gotta rip the bandit off. Gotta man up fast. Got to see that moving through. Gotta rip the bandit off. Well, making less. Hope to see you all real soon. Gonna deal hope and doubt. Always starting fresh. Gonna build it all brand new. It's a new blood moon.
New Blood Moon. So, let's talk a little bit more about your album itself. So you just released the project not that long ago, 2025, a couple months ago.
That's right. We released it May 1st. We recorded it last summer, and these things take time.
Yeah, and they do.
It's a 6-song EP on vinyl. It's called Wetmarket Scratch.
Mhm.
And it's now available at Burlington Records.
Oh, sweet. Oh, so fun. So tell us a little bit more about just like your inspiration for the album.
A lot of the stuff, the material came out of sort of the tail end of COVID. It's a lot, as these things do. Just a lot of stuff on my mind, and I think generally in the air about challenges to making connections with people.
Yeah.
And not knowing what you should believe or not believe. And so it's so a lot of things that were swirling around just came together along with a lot of musical ideas that seemed to gel. So Bethany, Phil, and I got together and started playing out last year. I was playing bass on organ pedals while playing guitar, and that was not a lot of fun.
It takes a lot of coordination.
Yeah, I bet.
A lot of coordination, but I was kind of planted in one place, and I couldn't had to be really focused.
Yeah.
And then I saw her replaying last year with her band, Motivators.
Oh, the motivators, yeah.
And I was like, bass player would be great.
Yeah. We need her.
She's still playing.
Yeah, no,
Didn't do no poaching.
that's awesome. And so fun to know that there's a few of you in some other projects. So you'll have to bring your songs to our studio as well here. But so the name, Wetmarket Scratch, can you dive into that a little bit more?
Oh yeah, well, Wetmarket was one of those terms that none of us had heard until COVID,
Yep.
and is particularly creepy sounding. And then scratch, that word has a lot of meanings. It could be a flesh wound. It can also be money. It can also be
Yeah.
the devil. Old scratch. So I like having a little ambiguity and a little creepiness.
Yeah.
That's the energy I want.
It's so interesting, to hear about how COVID affected artists in different ways, because I feel like there were some artists that really thrived during that time. And it was, I shouldn't say thrive. I feel like we all were like having a moment, but it was a time for creative expression, right? And so it did stimulate that. But there are other people who had the complete opposite experience. But it's nice to hear that it seemed like you were able to write during that time and use that as an outlet, I guess.
Yeah, it was an interesting time because we actually recorded our second album in 2021, and coming into the studio masked and
Right.
being extremely careful, but and that was a lot of material that had started prior to COVID, but of course that the spirit of it hung over the proceedings, and this was sort of having a little perspective. This album,
Yeah.
on what we actually had just experienced.
Yeah, I think that goes nicely into what we were talking about the vibe and the feel of all playing together. Like I'm sure being masked while you could all still be in the room together, it does kind of take away from some of that like intimacy in a way because you can't quite see everyone fully. But glad to hear that you were able to still create during that time.
Yes.
Yeah. So about like how many songs during the COVID time period were you writing? Like, was it hard to nail down the ones that you actually wanted to record for the album?
I don't write. I don't write very quickly. I sort of stewed in these things for a while, and
Yeah.
so we put out the second album in 2022, and then I had a couple of years and I probably had 8 or 10 songs, but we worked up these 6, and just because of the timing of when we could get into the studio, we probably could have gotten a full LP's worth if we had a little more time. But I actually really enjoy the idea of extended play, which is a slightly shorter album and in the 10-inch format, which is not used a lot anymore.
Yeah. Well, everyone with their short attention spans, it seems like people are now just releasing EPs and singles, which I feel like is maybe a bit of a change in the past several years. But I personally have no preference. I enjoy all of it. So is there any like other particular themes that you feel like, not even just like with this project, I know that this one kind of was stemmed around the COVID inspirations, but throughout like all of your writing, how would you just like describe what your writing style is or your vibe?
I started out in punk rock, so dark themes and dark humor are always part of my process. But I can also tend towards the earnest if I'm not careful. So,
Yeah.
and I like, as you might have guessed, I like strange words. So I try and find opportunities to use unusual words in songs. First album had a song about a river right outside of Brattleboro called the Schwielet. Which it took me about a year to find someone who told me how to pronounce it. And even then I got it wrong.
Yeah, you got to practice the pronunciations. That's what I was doing for your band name before this show. Um, well, awesome. So you kind of said with your one response there about how you tend to write in like a more, I guess, like slow. You take your time with writing songs. Um, do you tend to like finish a song in a sitting, or do you do like a section of it and then revisit it months, years later? How does that work for you?
Yeah, I've had those songs that, and that, I think Bethany knows as well. Those songs that just kind of drop into your lap,
Yep.
when you're sitting on the sofa with a guitar,
Mhm.
or just with a piece of paper. And it's like, where'd that come from? And it's all there and done in 20 minutes. And then there's the one that you sit with for 3-4 months. And
Yep.
it's not quite right yet. And sometimes it takes, working with people to hear, listening to what people bring to it,
Yeah.
in order to get it to a place where it sounds like it's done, or that it makes sense. And so it's really helpful to have that musical exchange with people. And I've played solo, but I don't really seek that out. I much prefer working on music with people,
Yeah.
together with people.
That makes sense. What was your experience with these 6 songs that were on the EP? Did most of them come to you like easily and you finished it quickly like that, or were some of them, was it a mix or?
I think they were all pretty slow.
Mhm.
I had a lot of the musical ideas, but disjointed. It took a little while,
Gotcha.
and I made sure we played out a lot of them. We played them out. We did like a handful of gigs before we went into the studio, which is something I wish I'd been able to do with the previous records. But just because the next level after getting all the communication with your fellow musicians is the communication with the audience, and get the feedback from the reactions.
Yeah.
And it also tends to focus the minds of the performers.
Totally. Yeah. Do you ever use like your performances kind of as like a vetting process for the songs?
Definitely.
Yeah. Can you kind of describe like what is the feeling or the reaction from the audience that you're looking for to know that it's resonating with them?
It's not necessarily applause, but it is attention.
Yeah.
Like, is somebody looking up for the conversation, or
Mhm.
somebody turn around from the bar, or
Yep.
did something catch their ear, and really important to like know that something you did made someone perk up.
Yeah. Totally.
Even could be a negative reaction.
Hmm.
That can be helpful.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if we experienced many of those.
Not too many hecklers.
Yeah.
People are generally pretty kind. They either say something good.
Nothing
or
has
don't.
been thrown at us.
They don't say.
basically.
No tomatoes.
Yes.
I would hope
Cheers,
not.
nothing,
I feel like Vermonters are pretty supportive of the art scene. So typically, at least from my experience up here in Chittenden County.
There's a lot of great music fans.
Yeah.
And I have to say that I've got people have been super supportive, which they're probably kept me going.
Yeah. Totally. Awesome. Well, we would love to hear your third song of the night. So what have you got for us?
We're going to do a song from our first album called Anaheim. Another word that piqued my interest. Clouds are lifted from the sea. Eyes are shifting with the heat. Do you want to make it through?
Wojcicki with Anaheim. So we had chatted about recording the songs in your latest EP. But how about like producing and the engineering of your tracks? Was that something that you had done in-house, or did you work with someone externally?
So the mixing we did at Guilford Sound with Dave Snyder, the owner and engineer there. I did actually do some overdubs at home and brought them back in, did some editing. And then we had it mastered at Chicago Mastering Services, which is they're known for their vinyl mastering.
Oh, nice.
And we had it produced in the Czech Republic,
Oh, wow.
which is apparently they are known for high quality pressing.
There you go. I didn't know that. Fun fact.
It did take a little while for it to get back. Came back by boat.
Yeah, totally.
Apparently, his records are exempt from tariffs.
Yeah, there we go. So with like listening on vinyl versus just listening digitally, like how would you describe how that experience is different and like what makes it more unique?
There's a demand of attention that vinyl imposes. It's got a linearity that and a process where you want to sit down, but put the record on, sit down and listen to it, and as opposed to walking around with your phone or driving around the car.
Right.
It's so there's some intention around it, and it really it does seem like a lot of the music we make now just exists in the ether. So you can't hold it.
Yeah.
The first two albums we put out on cassette.
Okay. Yeah.
So, which was fun, but a very limited audience.
Yeah.
So vinyl seems a little more real.
Yeah. No, my car that I had previously for years and years and years still had a cassette player, and I used to love listening to the cassettes, even though, everyone was using Bluetooth. It was an experience and I enjoyed it. So what's next for you? Are you working on, obviously this new EP was just released not that long ago. I'm sure you're still playing it live and whatnot. But have you been writing anything new? Is there anything like new that you're plotting and brewing up?
There are more songs coming, but way more slowly.
Yeah.
Just because the business of trying to unload records
Totally.
is logistically and time consuming.
Yeah.
Complicated and time consuming.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we've got more shows lined up. We are playing in White River Junction in September for the What Doth Life Fest, which is an annual event. There's a collective of bands in the Windsor area called What Doth Life, and they do a rumble at the Main Street Museum in White River Junction,
fun.
which is really one of our favorite places to play.
Yeah.
It's a unique space and unique and very welcoming
Awesome.
space.
Yeah. And do you foresee doing like vinyl for your future projects as well and continuing on that tradition of having physical music in your hands?
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for someone else to pay for it.
Yeah, right. Totally.
There's that.
Well, awesome. Well, I know that you have two more songs, so why don't we play your fourth song of the evening?
So two more. Should we do Anadonia?
Yep.
A song called Anadonia. We just did Anaheim. This is Anadonia. Oh, wait, I tuned up for the other one.
That one?
Take your time.
Pull the car up by the corner.
Wojcicki. So we are coming up on the end of the show here. So I always just like to give our artists that come into the studio the chance just to once again reiterate any upcoming gigs, how we can support you and follow your music best. So the floor is yours to let us know.
Well, thank you for having us here. Really appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, we're playing. We'll be playing September 13th and 14th at What Doth Life Fest in White River Junction, and you can find us at Burlington Records. You can find us at Turner Up Records in Brattleboro and in Northampton, and online at Wojcicki. Good luck. Bandcamp.com. Wojcicki.
Love it.
Platforms.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Bandcamp, it is on Spotify, but we discourage folks.
Yeah.
If you must. It is there. If you can spell it, you can find it.
There you go. I love it. It's a hunt. Awesome. Well, I know that you have one fifth and final song tonight, so floor is yours. Play us out.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So much.
It's a real pleasant experience. Thank you. It's called Transmission Love. It's a call for radical empathy. Crashing on your shore.
again, everyone. Wojcicki. Make sure to check them out on platforms or go get a physical record and experience the music for yourself. Well, thank you all once and
Thank
for
you.
all
Yeah,
for
thank you so much.
coming
Thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much. Thank you
And
to the crew.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you guys. You are awesome.
Thank you so much.
of course, and please reach out, the next time you have a new album or, anyone else who has music to share. And listeners, thanks so much for tuning in once again to Rocket Shop Radio Hour at Big Heavy World. I'm your host, Abby BK, and next week we do not have a Rocket Shop, but we will be back on the 13th with Obi the Voice God. For now, we'll see you later, so have a good night. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Woo woo!